When we get married, we're committing to build one life together. This means build a household together. This is what's so helpful about the notion of household. This is what we're especially committing to make together. This is going to be the work of our lives, the shared work of our lives. Now, some of the concrete day-to-day work is going to be something where we can literally be working together on the very same thing. It's so incredibly exciting when we can do that. I think of, are we right there making a meal together? Are we planting something in the garden together? Are we working with the children together? Sometimes there's just that shared work, which is so powerful and so important. But there's a lot of work in making this life and making this household together that needs to be divided. That we're not going to, this is the gift of it being two people, especially with complementary abilities, who are going to be able to form this one great complex thing. So especially for thinking about how to divide things, because things do reasonably, practically need to be divided, I've got two principles. And the first is divide work precisely because we're undivided in our love and commitment. In other words, divide these little things precisely because we're undivided in what's most important. I think there's a really important principle here. In other words, this is a 100-100 thing, right? Marriage is a 100-100 love and commitment. And because it is, we then want to do everything we can to make the daily stuff of life work well. So there's a lot of things then that we divide up where it's kind of 50-50 or 60-40, right? The most important things, 100-100. But because of that, lots of things are separated and divided. Second principle, related but distinct. Divide in order to unite. And here we need to have an important insight into the amazing organic unity that a household should be. It's like a living body. Different organs have different functions. And by working together, one great flourishing comes about, right? Because each is doing its part. But they truly are parts of a whole. This is the thing. So divide in order to unite. We divide this whole into parts so that the whole might be itself. So it's always about uniting. So at the end of the day, what does this mean? Well, concretely, I'd say, if I have a profession, how important it is to remember this is a part of something. It's not its own thing. Hey, if I weren't married, having a profession would be a different situation. But if I'm married and I have a profession, that profession is a part of the whole of the household. And that makes a very different approach. It gives it a whole set of meaning, right? It's just so exciting. Same thing on my wife's side. Whatever it is, whatever work she's doing, she should be trying consciously, and we need to work together on this to see this is a part of a whole. So in a sense, we're doing the same thing. Not in the sense of doing the same thing where we're literally doing the same concrete work, but we're doing the same thing in the sense of two parts of one thing. So what a gift it is. This, having gotten married, we're making this organic whole of a shared life called a household. And if we keep those two principles in mind, I think it's going to help us concretely divide up the things that need to be done.